Welcome to your Employee Orientation with Educational Services Incorporated, otherwise known as ESI. I'm Tamika, and I've been with the company a little shy of 3 years, and my position is Subsource Program Coordinator.
Thanks, Tamika. My name's Tom. I'm the Senior Account Manager at Capital Financial, which is our sister company that specializes in the employee benefit programs of several of our Arizona state school districts. We're happy to be your tour guides today and take you on this journey through your employee orientation. We know this is a highlight of your week, and we'll try to keep this painless for you.
I hope you have pen and paper and ready to take notes. First of all, I'd like to thank you for contributing to the academia area. Trust and believe that your efforts will go well beyond the classroom.
Yes, education is challenging, and our teachers have risen above and beyond in so many areas. Thank you for all that each of you do.
Let's go over a few of our objectives. After all, it wouldn't be a class without learning objectives. The first one would be to get to know ESI. The second one, to raise awareness of resources available to you. And our third objective is helpful tips for your success.
And most of all, we want you to feel connected to our ESI family. I've only been on board a short time, and I feel like I've been here much longer, and certainly made to feel like family here. So let's keep this going.
Let me tell you a little bit about ESI. We were founded in 1999 by 3 local educators from Cottonwood, Arizona. Now we're headquartered in Scottsdale. So rest assured, our founders are aware of the impact that you make in the classroom and exactly what you're going through.
Our mission is to help staff schools with talented, classified, and certified staff, ultimately improving the quality of education for all students. The worst case for us is an empty classroom because it is the kids that suffer.
How do we serve our schools? We have 3 programs here at ESI. One is our Subsource program. It's a substitute staffing service with over 5,000 substitutes in over 60 districts across Arizona. Another program is our Retire Rehire program. Clue, retired. You must be retired to be in this program. And it's a return to work program enabling educators to retire with a full pension while continuing to work in their current positions. We have over 1,500 retirees per year in over 120 school districts. And our last program is our International Teach Alliance program. It's in its development stages, but it will be ESI's International Teacher Exchange program.
If you do the math on that, Tamika, that puts ESI at almost all of the schools in the state. And if you add up all those folks, ESI is at around 7,000 employees. That's a big number.
Altogether, ESI partners with almost all the public schools in the district in one way or another. Absolutely right, Tom. And if you take a look at the slide, there are just over 150 school districts we work with. See any you recognize?
We're going to need a bigger screen, Tamika.
Exactly right. And just who are the people at ESI? They're people like me. You may call, and I may answer your phone call.
Are those paid models? Good looking crew right there. A big family of us. There's 30 people to help you succeed. So what do you think, Tamika? Should we allow them a VIP backstage pass tour? We will follow you.
Absolutely. First thing you need to know, this slide here is a picture of what your back office website will look like. There are 2 spots on this slide here that you need to pay particular attention to because they give us the most problems. One is our resource tab, which is for everybody. The second tab is the employee login. That's your portal, and that's just for you. Let's take a look at each of them. Let's take a look at the resource tab. The first menu item under the resource tab is the professional development. ASU has partnered with ESI to comprise the Sanford Inspired training modules. There are plenty of training modules on this tab, and you can take up to 30 CEUs. The first one we would encourage you to take is the Classroom Management module. Once again, please take the Classroom Management module. Whether you're here for the first time or been teaching for 30 years, you're guaranteed to learn something.
Also in the Resources tab is the Benefit Guides. This is an area I am very familiar with as I do benefits for a living, and they can be tough to understand. So these resources are going to be very valuable to help make the best benefit choices for you and your family.
We also have under the Resource tab our Forms menu. Everything you need, from time off forms to timesheets and more. Tons of instructional guides live here too. But we hope you don't take too much time off.
I'm going to remember that time off form is located under this Resources tab, Tamika.
We have our nifty subsource map. If you're looking for other districts to sub in, check out our subsource resource map. Let's take a look at the employee portal. The employee portal is just for you. You will need to log into the employee portal using the same username and password you created when you did your new hire paperwork. Our employee portal is like having your own personal HR department. Remember, it's just for you, and you can reach it on our website where it says Employee Login. Under the employee portal, you can view and update your personal information, view your past pay stubs, edit your direct deposit information, view your paid time off, see and set up your tax information, and view that nifty employee handbook.
Plus, there's plenty of helpful contact information when you are unsure of who to reach out to. Tamika, the reason that I need to log on here is because this is where all of my personal information is kept. Did I mention that this is where the time off info is kept?
Well, actually, Tom, yes, this is where all your information is kept, but that time off form is under the Resource tab. Let me just mention here another reason why we get calls from our employees. For those of you who are substitutes, your district will likely use an absence management system. The absence management system is different from your employee portal. This is where you will find your assignments. Depending on which district you use, your absence management system could be Frontline, SmartFind, or ReadySub. Each district uses a different system, so please become acquainted with the systems of your district.
Hold up, Tamika. I think I now have this figured out. All these different websites can get confusing, but it makes more sense now. So let's do a quick review. The ESI website is where the Resources tab is located. That's for everyone. That's like PD, forms, benefit guides, etc. The ESI website is where the employee login is located within your portal. It's just for you. Your pay statements, taxes, and information related specifically to you. Also, there's absent management. This is for the substitutes, and this is where you find your assignments. And remember that each district has its own different, unique system.
You're absolutely right, Tom. You nailed it. Let's move on to talk about how things work. First, let's explore what happens if you get sick. And we really hope you don't get sick. But in case you do, there's Proposition 206, Arizona Fair Wages and Healthy Families Act. All employees are eligible for paid sick time. Now for our subs, you accrue 1 hour for every 30 hours worked and can be used if you're ill and there's a reasonable expectation of work. Our retiree hirees, you use your time according to what's stipulated on your contract. And how would you go about doing this? If you are a sub, make sure you cancel your assignment. You may need to notify your site or supervisor. And then you'll also need to fill out that form. And where do you find the form?
That's on ESI's website under the Resources tab.
That's right, Tom. You're paying attention. Let's check it out. Here's a look at the form. It is an easy, fillable PDF form. You can email, fax it to us. All the instructions are at the bottom. Don't forget to sign it. And in the off chance that you get hurt on the job, and we really hope you're being super careful, but if you do, let's take a look at our workers' comp. If you are injured on the job, call your supervisor and call us at ESI. After contacting ESI, you'll complete our workers' comp form, which is where, Tom?
The ESI website under the Resources tab.
You got that right. You're catching on with the pattern. At ESI, we take a hands-on approach to the work comp injuries. Together with our insurer, we will guide you to ensure you receive the appropriate care for workplace injuries and to eventually welcome you back safely into the workplace. That is why it is important to contact ESI as soon as possible.
So, Tamika, let me get this straight. If I'm seriously hurt, I should call ESI first?
Tom, if you're seriously hurt, you're going to call 911. But after that, call ESI.
Okay.
Another common question we have from our employees is, when do I get paid? Where can we find the payday calendar, Tom?
The resources tab on the website?
Boy, you're smart. We can't get one past you. Yes, you'll find the payday calendar for your district under the resource tab. Eggs, benefits. Oh, that just makes me hungry. Okay, let's just talk about benefits.
Excellent. I look forward to learning more about our robust benefits program, Tamika.
ESI offers comprehensive benefits, including high-quality health insurance. Note for you substitutes, ESI substitutes qualify to purchase health insurance benefits with 900 hours worked per year, which is lower than the 1,500-hour legal threshold. We measure the number of hours worked during the school year. If you reach 900 hours, you'll have the option to buy insurance the next year. So as a recap, each year you must qualify for insurance by working 900 hours in order to apply for the upcoming school year. We also have the 401k program. We have a discount professional liability insurance if you so need it. And ESI loves to recognize all of their subs and employees throughout the district. And one way we do that is through SubSalute, which is a media platform for social media where we give excellent recognition to all of our teachers and subs who are doing a great job.
Well, Tamika, that 900 hours worked is like 1/2 of the required legal threshold. That's fantastic.
It is, Tom. Let's switch gears for a minute, Tom, and talk about the Code of Conduct. As professionals involved in education, knowing our Code of Conduct is so important. I hear what you're thinking. Who, me? I don't have a problem with the Code of Conduct. Why do I need to know the Code of Conduct? Well, in the words of Bob Dylan, times are changing. Everyone is watching. Know the rules. Even a small misunderstanding can ruin your career. It may not be fair, but you still need to know. I just didn't know is not an excuse. Far too many people have been fired and jailed for not knowing. There are a lot of resources available to you to help you know. Let's start with the ESI Employee Handbook. Trick question. Tom, where do you find that employee handbook?
In the resources tab.
No, Tom. It's found when you log into the employee portal. Log into your employee portal to find the ESI Employee Handbook. And ask. If you don't know, ask. This is especially important for substitutes because each district has their own policy in place. So if you don't know, ask. Ask the district administration or fellow teachers. Plus, we have a human resource officer here at ESI. You can email or call us for guidance. Some basic things to avoid: raising your voice, using your personal cell phone during company time, missing assigned duties, arriving late or leaving early. And many districts have a hands-off policy. Keeping the class safe at all times. You are the adult in the room? Act that way and dress that way. Also, FERPA. Beware of any release of information. Be especially careful on social media.
What Tamika is trying to get across here is know the rules. Don't end up on the 6 o'clock news just because you weren't aware. Every district is different, and it is your responsibility to know the rules at each location that you work.
So let's switch gears here. I know life during the COVID-19 pandemic has been challenging for many of you. I know it's been rough, and during the lockdown and shut-ins is extremely hard on us. Tom here is going to help us to navigate our re-entry back into the classroom by providing you with some tips and tricks for safe re-entry.
Thanks, Tamika. COVID-19 has certainly created challenges for everyone, even more so for our teachers. Between health and safety considerations and virtual education, things are very uncertain and changing all the time. There's so much changing every day, so we don't have all the answers, but we do have some important information to help you and your family during these unusual times. Let's review the key CDC recommendations. Avoid close contact, and not just with those who are sick, but with everyone. Try to keep 6 feet of separation and wear a face covering. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. One of my favorite hand washing songs, Tamika, is The Alphabet. I think I've reinvented that song. How about you? What's your favorite song?
I use Twinkle Twinkle Little Star twice.
Bottom line, and most important, stay home when you are sick. Stay at home when you are sick is a key part of ESI's reporting policy, and we can't stress this enough. You should have received a copy and reviewed it by now. For your health and that of your fellow staff and students, it is crucial that you follow this policy closely. If you are exposed to or have a diagnosis of COVID-19, contact ESI immediately. ESI's Human Resources Officer will walk you through a series of questions, and of course, your information will be kept confidential. The outcome of this interview may include a self-quarantine for 14 days per CDC guidelines. ESI is here to help guide you, but you need to contact us.
When in doubt, give us a call.
Most of all, it's up to you and all of us to take personal responsibility for our safety and to help protect others. Know the policies, know the rules. It's not about what others are doing, it's about what you can do as an individual to continue to reduce the risk. Personal responsibility also means knowing your site and district. Each district and site may have different procedures, like face coverings, coming in early to check in, filling out health questionnaires or temperature checks, special rules that you need to enforce for the students. If you are not sure, ask your site or district contact to confirm their specific rules. This situation keeps changing. You will have to stay connected so you are ready.
That's right, Tom. The situation does keep changing, so stay connected and stay protected.
Most of all, drive down the risk. While there's no way to make it completely safe during a pandemic, let's all do what we can to drive down the risk. ESI wants you and your family and the staff and students to stay healthy. Let's all do our part. What else is changing during the pandemic? Virtual teaching. Leading classes online is an entirely different experience, as I'm sure many of you can attest to. Some of you may have tried this during the springtime, and depending on your district, you may need to teach online again once classes start back up. Virtual teaching is a special skill. We would need to do a whole seminar to teach the details, but we do want to share some tips to help you be more successful.
We know virtual teaching is tricky, so let's see if we can help you out.
Let's look at some tips for virtual teaching. First is to check your device. Make sure you have the right tools for the job, which means a strong and secure internet connection. Install and know the software before class. Google Classroom, Canvas, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, there's so many of them. So many of these different programs. Do you know which one your school uses? Do you know how it works? Is it installed and ready to go? These are all important questions to know.
Because you know Murphy's Law, Tom. If anything could go wrong, it will go wrong.
That's for sure, Tamika. And let's take a look at another piece, which is the setting. This is to where it's important to make sure that there's more light in front of you than in back of you. Beware of the personal, distracting, or inappropriate items in your background, whether that's a spouse or a roommate walking through or your dog showing his latest tricks. But do your best to keep a quiet room. Have a plan for those barking dogs or students. Know how to handle that situation. Another tip for virtual teaching is with the camera. The camera is one that we would suggest that you place your laptop or tablet on a stack of books or a box so you're looking directly into and not down at the camera. This allows you to engage with the students. The best children's educators on TV, like Mr. Rogers or Miss Nancy from the Romper Room, focus on the camera like it is the child that they are trying to connect with. This works a lot better than looking at all those boxes on the screen.
Again, personal responsibility. If you're going to teach virtually, work closely with your school site to understand hardware, software, and expectations. You'll need to know how to get and engage the lesson plans. Consider exploring other virtual teaching professional developments on YouTube even. This will be a big part of your future education. All of this is tricky during the pandemic. Every little bit of effort here makes a big difference.
And our final COVID-19 topic is patience. You might ask, why patience? Well, life during this pandemic is stressful. There are so many things to think about. Even getting groceries means we must follow a new set of rules. And this is hard even for adults. Think about what life is like for the children right now. They may have a family member who has lost a job, is sick, or has passed away. They haven't been able to play or see their friends like they are used to, and they're struggling with face masks too. It feels scary. So when you see your students, consider how it is for them. It's like the student with a backpack. The trauma and experiences they have are hidden away in that backpack and out of sight. You can't see what they are, but they are there just the same. So when a student begins to act out and disobey, remember, you don't know what they are facing. Kathy Ibarra, one of our fellow ESI educators, said it best. The children that give you the hardest time are usually the ones that need you the most. That's the bottom line. When you feel your patience running out, try to remember that backpack full of troubles. Trust is the foundation for a successful student-teacher relationship. Staying patient will help you build that vital trust. One more person to think about with patience, you. All these extra steps for safety during the pandemic increases stress. Remember to take care of yourself during these times. Get plenty of rest and try to save some space in your day because things are changing quickly. It can take lots of extra effort to do even the basics. Each of us at ESI wish you well and thank you for being there for Arizona students.
Finally, know that we are here for you. And that's the main point we want to get across to you.
We know it's not always easy, but all of us at ESI are here to help you. Your job is not an easy one. You face so many challenges each day.
You call us, you get a person. No long phone trees. We are here for you. We welcome emails and our system captures them. So have no fear about your email falling into a black hole. We take them very seriously. Know that we care about you.
Thank you for your attention and for listening to Tamika and I, which we know was the highlight of your week.
Thank you for tuning in to your employee orientation. We hope you take good notes and don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions.
And most importantly, thank you for your commitment to education.